So if we just take a look at the market structure, right, let's zoom all the way out on the 15-minute time frame, right? So this is my very basic market structure I have on the 15-minute time frame, right? So one common question I get is, how far do I go back when I look at my market structure? And so to break this down, I'm actually going to do it on a separate chart, naked chart. This is the S&P 500 on the 15-minute time frame. And so my market structure will look something like this, right? So we have a structural high, structural low, right? And then from here, for me, I would just mark up a high like this. There is some internal highs and lows here, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So yes, we have a break over here. This is a structural high, right? So there's a structural high, I guess. There's a structural low. And then we have another break over here, right? So here is our break there, right? And now we have a break down here, right? There's our break. Okay, so just to speed things up a little bit, on the 15-minute time frame, I'm interested in structural lows, structural highs, structural lows, structural highs, and then from here, structural lows, right? So this is the current market structure we're dealing in. This is the sentiment, right? So having a basic understanding of market structure will give you an edge over all the other traders because you want to know whether you're in premium or discount for your particular range. So how do I do this? So from here, when we have a structural low over here, this is our structural low, right, from here. So here's a structural high, here's a structural low. So when we go back to our friend over here, what is next? So what is the 15-minute market structure? So we are bearish. And the reason we're bearish is because we've had a break of the low. So this is our bearish market structure, right? That is kind of step one. Now, step two is, have you got a clear dealing range? So what do I mean by dealing range? So if you watched any of my previous videos, you will know that I refer to dealing range as the most recent high, so that's going to be up here, and the most recent low. That's down here. Now, of course, you need to have your market structure correct and valid in order to make your dealing range correct, right? If your structure is off, you're going to have a difficult time finding your dealing range. So this is our dealing range. So I'm just going to mark this up as well. So your dealing range is basically this high down to this low. Now, it's important to understand anything inside is internal structure, right? Anything outside, so the actual high and low, is your external structure. Now, me as a trader, I don't focus too much on internal structure. This is where traders often go wrong. They try to mark up every single high, every single low, and they miss the concept of trading at key levels, which is something we're going to